so important that we remind people of what they already know. When I was a young man, I was preaching at I thought a pretty large conference with a bunch of older men. And I was just in my 20s, and one of my mentors who asked me to preach, I highly respected him. He was in his 70s. I said, "What could I say that you don't know? What could I say that the people don't know?" He says, "We need to be put in remembrance of what we already know." That always impacted me. And in the New Testament, it says that over and over. Put them in remembrance, remind them. And I think one that we know, we forget. And so most of the disciple-making process is the repetition of the same truth. And part of that is healthy to our soul because the gospel we never get tired of it. We see the beauty and the glory of the gospel and the message of scriptures more and more as we hear a little bit more about it, a little bit more about it, a little bit more about it. And so even if we already learned these truths since our childhood, we need to be constantly put in remembrance of those truths on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. And that's part of the preservation process of remaining a disciple of Christ until the very end.